Hi everyone. Happy Thursday. Oh, I'm a little messed up this week. I keep thinking today's Wednesday because I was traveling on Monday. So, hi. Hi Mimi. Hi guys. This is a deceiving little collection because if you look at it like that, you're like, "Oh, they look exactly the same." They don't. They're all a little different and they're really sparkly and pretty. Hello. Like champagne. It's like a champagne cat eye and there's a little twinkle to them too. Hi guys. Oh, so glad you like Sweetie Nail Supply products, right? There's so many good things on there. Got to keep an eye on that new release section. Something like almost every day. Right? So pretty. They are. They're really, really pretty. Very, very feminine colors. And I know you guys are kind of like, what are we going to do with these, right? We're just going to do a couple things to embellish them. Okay, so that's what we're going to do today. There are 8 in the collection. It's called Lingerie. It's from Yogurt Nail Korea, and you can find it at Sweetie Nail Supply. For those of you guys that do not know me, if I can speak properly today, I'm Lauren. Nice to meet you. I'm Inspo by Nails. I'm going to write that in here, and I am happy to help you at any time. So feel free to DM me with any questions with Sweetie Nail Supply products. All right, there. And I'm going to pin it. Pin, almost deleted it. I hope you guys are having a good week. We are going to just play with some of these cat eye, maybe embellish all of them, because we all know what a straight cat eye looks like, right? Hi, Rebecca. Hi, Tammy. Hi guys, let me pull you up on my other phone too, just in case I cannot look at the one side. Sometimes I look from the other. Hold on one second. And I will try and slow down a little bit and look at your questions and comments. So I just prepared a couple today, and you get this adorable box. I mean, look how cute it is. And we're going to do these designs and just talk about these cat eye in particular. But here, look, ping. Gonna move that out of the way. And let's get started. I think, like at this point, we could take any of our cat eyes and make them, like embellish them, right? Sure, Sherry, you can certainly DM me after the live. We can embellish them. We can put the trending polka dots on them. So the coolest thing about cat eye is when you put something over top, whether it's an ink or a glitter or a flake or a chrome, it's going to change the look of your cat eye. So it really makes them quite versatile, right? So that's what we'll do today. I hope you guys had a good week. Can't believe it's the end of the month. And there's going to be a little sneak peek of some new products that just hit Sweetie Nail Supply because we're going to do this now, okay? Super simple, but we're going to use these colors. So let's get started. Actually, what I want to do really quick, I do grab yogurt nail syrups often for a nude base. I really love them. And remember, you can put cat eye over like a nude. I know some people don't like the glass tip, but these are they cover quite well. What's going to happen is when you shift your nail, you're going to see the underside of this cat eye, which is that sheer like syrup with a sparkly, twinkly, very fine glitter. So that is super cool. And there's the glow of the cat eye. So when you have a glitter cat eye like this, the cool thing is when you turn your nails, you're still going to see something on the nails. They're not glass, right? Like completely clear. They have that sparkle twinkle going on too. So let me put this nude down. When you are doing cat eye though, you do want light to be able to come up through the nails. So if you're using a You know, something pretty sheer, right? You don't want to use a cat eye over an opaque. It's going to hide that light. So just make sure you're using it over something pretty sheer. And we're going to use this one from Yogurt Now. I'll show you the name or the number in just a second. Quite a pretty neutral. But we're only going to do a little bit of the cat eye, okay? We're not going to do the full nail. You don't always have to do full cat eye nails, right? So just have a nudie base on, right? I mean, our nails have color on them, right? They're pink or some type of neutral there. All right, and we'll do this one right here. So for that, you also are going to want to gather like your favorite flakes or glitters. We're just going to embellish this cat eye a little bit after we put a swipe on there. The nice thing about these two, they're very, very reactive. Here's the nude that I just put on. It's syrup number 4. So that means this is from Blossom's Ending collection. And that is probably their most, like their nude neutrals, one of their first collections. And that's where you also find the milky white, etc. So yogurt and gel, syrup 4, okay? I'm only going to use that once, so I'll put that to the side. All right, let's get some flakes. Here's a couple different options. Could use like the Pink Sunset. This is from Embellishing. All right, I think I did use that one. This one is from Diami. Okay, so something that's going to have like a golden pink glow. I'll also use these just as a touch of little glitter, like heavier glitter. Okay, and those are also Nail Bio. So just gather up a few little things. I'm sure I'll make a mess. I always do when I pull out flakes and glitter. But it's going to break up the cat eye effect, and it's going to give it a little bit of, it changes and gives it more dimension when you put something on top. Oh, let's turn it over. Ping. All right, so we could do any color, honestly. Any of these colors would work. And as you see when I turn it, that's where you can see the difference in the syrups underneath. They are different colors. They all share that champagne cat eye glow, which when they're just sitting like this, they look quite similar, but they are different undertones in each of the 8. And we're starting at 59. We're going to use 60 for our polka dots. So, but they all have this beautiful, beautiful glow. So let's use 63. All right. Yeah. Apparently I really tightened up that cap. You see what I mean? So focus. Too much on the table. Camera's confused. So you don't need a ton of it to do a spot of cat eye, right? So let's just do like right here. All you want is to make sure your application is even, all right? So we don't have it heavier in one place and lighter in the other. But these are all good to go with one coat, and you'll see that when we do some of these other ones, okay? Just one coat is all that's necessary. I am going to use a round magnet, one that you can easily, let me get rid of that, find on Sweetie Nail Supply's page is the Blanc magnet. But you see, even getting it slightly close, you see how quickly this reacts? Wow. So pretty. I mean, I don't really even need to touch it anymore. You can do side, that kind of thing. But they are very, very responsive, which is so nice. So let's give this a cure. If you're adding loose glitter and stuff, you might want to mix up a little bit of clear with some of the glitter, so we can do that really quick. Just because that's not going to stick like flakes would. to this base. It does have a sticky inhibition layer. So let's just grab a little tiny bit of clear, and I'm going to grab Nail Bio's clear real quick. All right, and we'll put some glitter in there. That way it's not falling off the nail when we try and top coat it, okay? So I love these little gold ones, and since these are champagne, I'm going to use a little bit of this. I wish the name of it was on there, but I don't know what the name of it is, to be honest with you. I'm sorry. Probably had a sticker at the bottom at one point, and I lost it. See? Immediately it's going to be all over the place, but that's okay. We're just going to take a silicone tool, and I'm going to get a little bit on here on my silicone tool. I'm sure there's people that can do this much better than I can because I don't play with loose glitters that much. But I just want some base in there. And you can even stick your flakes right in there too. Maybe we'll use these this time. This is from Diami. Ooh, pretty. Tap. You don't need a lot, guys. All right. And we can tap these right onto the nail too because there is that sticky layer. All right. I think I used this on the example. I'll show you. Guys, how am I running out of space on the table already? And that is completely ridiculous, but I am. Sometimes I really feel like just spinning the camera so you can see how silly and ridiculous this is. But let me show you. Tapping some onto the nail, just a few. Like, we don't want a ton. Look at these. Oh my God, they're so pretty. Name of it's on the bottom, but I'm not doing that right now because you'd be like, I just dumped it on the table and we'd have to start over again. But just a little bit, okay? It is sticky, so we're just tapping some in, okay? Just a little, all right? That's all we're doing. And then we're just going to use a brush and pick up some of this mixture with the glitters. And we're going to tap those in too, okay? Just a little bit. Why not? Really pretty. Then we're going to top coat the entire nail, and then we're going to give it a swoosh. Okay? Because of that clear, we do have to cure it. And I'm going to close my messy containers before I create total chaos. And I'm going to turn this over and tell you the name of those Nail Bio flakes again because they're really pretty. All right. They're called Pink Sunset G. I had to write it on the bottom. Okay. There you go. There you go. All right. As soon as that's cured, let's just do a top coat. And I'm not sure where my yogurt nail top is. I think I might have run out of it. So just use another one. But we want to top the entire nail, and then we're going to give it this slight 3D with a different product. All right, and this again was number 63. I believe you can buy all of these individually. So if you see one that is not something you currently have anything similar to, that is so nice that you can purchase individually. Right? Make sure everything's all stuck down there. And let's just top coat. All right, so we want the whole nail to be protected. You see that glow? This is going to exacerbate that glow when we give it that 3D swoosh. So let's do that. There's a couple different products that you could use for this. You could use Crazy Top Thick. You could use, you could use the Cocoa's Jelly Top. You can use, what I'm going to use right now is B Caramel. All right, and this is a thick top. Let me see. It's really not even moving. Maybe a little. Here it's slow rolling. Okay, so it's a thicker top. And that is what is perfect for these little tiny areas that you might want to give like a 3D effect. Okay. All right. Let's do this. All right, so our nail is done. And listen, it's really pretty this way too. But I want to almost magnify that area with the glitters. So I am picking up some of this. Hold on one second. I'll show you how much is on my brush. You see, like it's like a bead of it, like a bubble of it. All right. And I'm just giving it a little 3D area. It really does magnify certain things. So it's like a little magnifying glass on that area of Cateye and glitter and flakes. All right. Curing, and we're done. Is chrome safe since it's no wipe? I'm not sure I understand the question. Is chrome safe because it's no wipe? Anybody? Good morning. What does that mean? Is chrome safe since it's no wipe? So chrome is chrome pigment. I'm not sure what no wipe chrome means, but maybe just DM me and maybe we can get into it. The B one. This is no wipe. The caramel B one, it is no wipe. She wants to know if it will stick to it. Oh, this, I don't know. Possibly. Oh, so you mean would chrome adhere to this? Maybe. I have not tried it. Usually when I'm doing chrome, which we're going to do right here, I've not tried that one, but yeah, maybe, because it is 3D. You just have to protect it after that. Yep. Just protect it afterwards. All right, so we got one done, guys. Let's go in with this gold one, which is going to be 66. And this is like the fastest, easiest nail. I don't know if you guys are like me, but I am a sucker for gold. I love gold. It's my favorite metallic. And I just want to show you how easy these are to use. Gold is my fave. Yes, sure. I'm going to try it. Remind me in my DMs and I'll try it and send you a picture. I usually use it for that 3D blob on the top, like a big blob. So I haven't tried it with chrome. But yeah, good idea. All right, let's get that magnet. Let's play with this again. Oh, there you go. You have caramel B and you can chrome on it. There you go. So we want to do one side. We want to do the other side. Here, I got to turn it around because I'm looking through the phone. Because we want pretty much an all over glow on this one because we're going to do polka dots on it. Okay. So we want it to be nice and strong. Actually, I might take the stick. Guys, if you're not getting what you want with one magnet, try another, okay? If you're not getting the look that you want with one, grab one of your other ones. Because, like, I don't need it like a galaxy like this. I want it to be more Ooh, I want it to be more all over the nail. All right, this should do it. Should kind of do it. One side, the other side. We want it all over. I'm going to let it dissipate a little bit. There we go, okay? Let's cure it. Oh, that is very good to know. Thank you. Thank you for the answer. Yeah, I think that there are so many options now, you guys. It's a great question because there's so many versatile products that we can use for different things. And also the same thing. So when you're out of one product, you might want to bump and try a new one, right? Although out of habit, I do grab certain things for chrome. And lots of times when I do chrome details, they're like this, like tiny, tiny chrome details. So I use certain things for that. And we're going to use that today. Okay, and I'll go over the current top coat that I use for chrome details. And you can see how easy that is. Are you guys still loving all the Cateye? Are your clients? They are. Look at this little ribbon that comes with it too. Isn't it pretty? This will look so cute out in your studios. All right. So here we go, right? It's done. So polka dots are huge right now. I don't know when they came back in style. I'm kind of out of it, but they are still, I'm seeing them everywhere. I don't know that they ever left, but the easiest way to do this is to grab an ink. You have to pry your magnetics from your cold, dead hands. That's funny. Yeah, I mean, there's so many good ones. All right, so all I'm using is this one. It is called Venus. Okay, yes, we're going to do that frame flower one. It's simple. It's really easy, you guys, because of some new products. So all I wanted to do was go over how to maybe lay out polka dots, because I know sometimes people can be like, oh, too many dots, that kind of thing. But I'll show you really quick where to start. So your polka dots kind of line up evenly. So you do want to give this a good shake. Let me make sure it's really shaken up. And I don't want much on here, okay? So I want very little on my ink brush. All right, I just want a little bit. I'm going to start basically in the center. So around here. And I'm going to put a dot, kind of. I mean, these are not perfect polka dots because they are not dotted perfectly. And then I'm going to put one here. I'm going kind of in a row, like kind of. Ooh, that's off-centered because I'm looking the wrong way. Hold on, let me wipe it off. And I'll show you again, because we want them to look nice. But basically, polka dots are laid out in between one another, right? To have a nice little polka dot nail. So start wherever you wish. I usually do kind of start in the center. It's just hard when I'm not looking at the nail directly and I'm looking through the viewer. But I'm going to start here. And then I'm going to do one here. And around the same distance, because what we're doing is this distance right here. I'm going to go up and put one here. Okay. And like I said, these are ink dots, so probably not a little perfect. But here, we'll get rid of that. That's the cool thing about inks too. You could wipe them off if you need to and start all over again. But they're fast, and as soon as we're done, we're done. So then in between this spot, you're going to put your next row of polka dots. So they kind of go between the area. There would only be a tip there. Does that make sense? Between that open space. Oh, right here. So this row is going to line up and the other row is going to line up, right? See what I mean? Let's see. Would there be one there? No. But here, we turn it again, there is going to be one here. Yeah, and there is a little bit here. All right, so this is going to give you a quick and easy, and it's kind of cool that it's loose like this. This would be here, a little top part, because it would be showing there. And this would be here, here, just a piece of it. And this would go like this. Okay, so as long as your polka dots are in between one another, you're good. All right, and these dry immediately and we're done. Like, you can top coat this and we're finished. So simple. All right, the next thing to remember is if you put chrome over top a cateye, it's going to change the cateye. It's going to change whatever color it is, right? So you can do that. You can make your cateye different colors by just simply putting a chrome over top of it. All right, we'll do that next. Instead of the champagne color, it's going to be whatever that base color of the chrome really is, or however it reacts to whatever you put on top. All right, so let's do another regular one. Is there, in particularly, like, is there a color that you guys really wanted to see? You can use whichever one you want. Is there one that stands out to you as different from something you might have and you want to see a little bit more up close? Like this plum one. We've done this one. We've done this one. What do you think? We can do this one. Whatever you want to do. Let's try 60. Or no, I don't want to try 60 because I'm going to use that on the flower. The plum one? Okay, that's 64. All right, see? All right. So this is going to change this color when we put chrome all over it, because the chrome is certainly going to adhere to that. If you don't want your cat eye color to change, maybe that's what we'll do on this one. Hold on. Like that cat eye pull, if you don't want to get rid of the champagne, that's fine. We can certainly do that. And again, this one is not going to have to be perfect, and I'm going to tell you why, because we're going to put chrome on it, and we are also going to put 3D gel on top. All right, so, oh, didn't mean to do that. Hold on. I just clipped a whole bunch of magnets together. You know how that goes. I know Ihana does. I saw her stop on. Hi, Ihana. All right, so we just want something that when we're turning the nail, we can see the glow. All right, good enough. It doesn't have to be super strong because we're going to be covering this one up a bunch. But I just wanted to show you what happens when you put the chrome on top. And if you don't want to cover that glow, what you would do is just focus the chrome on the areas where the cat eye is not pulling. Okay. If you hit me up in DM, Danny, I will show you a difference in the charts. Okay. They are different, but it's hard to describe because it has to do with the glitter content and the magnetic size. Yeah. And like, they're a little different from the Lua. I don't know how to pronounce it, but there's a golden glow of those too, but they're way more glassy than these. So these have a fine glitter. Devox has a little bit bigger glitter and a bigger magnetic pull, I think. But I'll show you the difference in the charts. It is hard to tell online sometimes. That's what we're here for, you guys, to answer questions and to show you the differences, okay? So, of course, we do need a clear before we put on our all-over chrome. And one of the ones that I was using lately, where is it? Hold on one second, I want to find it. can find this on Sweeties. This is a chrome, what's it say? Powder on top, okay? Meaning chrome will stick to it, okay? Since Popo powder on top, okay? There's a powder off and there's a powder on. Powder on means chrome will stick to it. So I am taking off the inhibition layer because we're switching brands here. That's a good thing to do, guys. If you're using a different top coat on your yogurt nail. So let's make sure that's dry because it's certainly not. Hold on one second. Make sure it's all dry. Don't really want to hit it with isopropyl alcohol. And then we'll get right into, actually, while this is, well, no, hold on. We'll go one by one. All right, so just make sure your application is even. And maybe we'll focus the Cateye on the outside. And I'll show you what happens when you put it back on the inside. All right. And I'm not even going to put it in the lamp. I think we're just going to do this. Okay. We're just going to cure it for like 20, 30 seconds. Can you guys believe August 1st is tomorrow? It's crazy. All right, let's just grab, I'm going to grab a Career Bubble Chrome. This one is, let's see what size this is. What number? 4. You see that? Okay, so it is going to have a bit of a yellow undertone. You see that? Yellow-green. All right. Summer has flown by. It has. So if you want to keep that golden glow, you certainly can. And you can focus your chrome on the outside. You see what that's doing? All right, so it's just giving that chrome right there. For the one that I put up as an example, I chrome the whole thing. Because you see what's happening if I put it over top the Cateye, it is changing that color a little bit. What's your birthday month? Oh, happy birthday. I'm ready for nuanced, moody fall colors. Oh, and I'm certainly ready for it to be a little bit cooler here because I'm in Florida and it is hella hot. Excuse my language, but it is it's not normal hot. I mean, Florida is always hot in the summer, but it's so hot. Hi, Steph. Yeah, I mean, they are super pretty. So see, you could do just the outside of this nail and keep the glow the same. I'll show you when I turn it back around. Sorry, guys. Or we could Cateye the whole thing. But maybe it'll show you the difference, okay? So you don't have to do the entire thing if you don't want to. But what we're going to do is put that 3D gel on top. It's seriously hot. I think the difference is the humidity here. It's just, ugh. And trust me, if you have people that you know that live in Florida, they do not want you coming in the summertime. They don't want to go to the parks. They don't want to do any of that stuff. It's too hot. We stay in our air conditioning. But that's good for me because I can just stay in my air conditioning and play with nails, right? Do you see the difference there where the chrome line is? So it changes it a bit. Okay, you're going to be changing the color of your Cateye if you put chrome over top. All right? But whatever your choice. Okay, I just meant to show you that you don't have to do the whole thing. I mean, who takes this long to chrome a nail? But do you see how nice that top coat is too. And we'll just leave it like that. It's really nice. And then we'll get on to the one everybody wants to see with the flower. All right. You're going to be like, what? That was simple. It is really simple. Let me just make sure no excess on here. Okay, if you did chrome your nail, I would definitely put a clear on probably before moving on, and definitely buff the sides since this is not going anywhere. You know, no one's wearing this thing, so I'm not going to worry about that. We don't need to watch that. So, but let us do a quick top coat, and then we are going to do the 3D. There are so many clear 3D gels that you could use at Sweetie Nail Supply. It's like, if one is out, don't worry. I'm sure another one is definitely in stock. I believe for this one, I used Motion Gel by Bevla. It's a really great one. You could use No Whip Meringue from MB. You could use, there's so many, guys. MD Gel has a clear, so there are a million options for this next step, which is just a 3D gel that we're going to drag into a pattern, okay? Curing. Where is my... Look, I even have this mini one of the Motion Gel. I would have this one in a large. It's a good Motion Gel, and it's a good 3D. You're so excited you can get Bevla in the States. Woohoo, right? I know. That is really exciting. To get this on, I definitely want to use something that is a little bit more stiff. So I'm going to use my Debach brush, okay? And then you can drag it off with whatever you want. You could use this brush. You could use one that's even more firm, okay? And we could leave it in stripes. We can drag it off in a pattern, kind of like this. Whatever you guys want to see. I know it is really, really, really exciting. Not like there's not a million beautiful options up there, but I think it's nice to be able to shop for all. Oh, and I also want to show you guys this. If you guys are obsessed with like cuticle oils, etc., do not sleep on these, okay? So yummy. And there's even hydrating hand cream. So these just hit, okay? And there's a lot of, not flavors, scents. But they smell so good they could be called flavors. And look how cute it is. Isn't this great for travel? So cute. All right, so our clear's on there. It's a no wipe. We are going to scoop up a hefty amount of this. Oh, to me, that's hefty. All right. And the first thing you want to do is just get it on the nail. I usually drag it all down. I don't worry about it being perfect because we're going to drag a pattern into it. Unless I was doing stripes, don't worry about it. Just want like kind of an even area with the 3D gel. Let me wipe this real quick. Let me grab something funkier. You can use this, but I feel like it's not janky enough. I like to use old brushes usually when I'm doing this 3D drag, like something like this. Something that's seen better days. See how nasty that brush is? It's perfect for this kind of thing. All right, so now I'm going to take it and pressing harder. All right, so now you see it has more of a pattern going on here. And just drag it till you like what it looks like. Make sure the sides are cleaned up before you cure. But now you see the difference, like where the chrome is, and there's that line. I probably wouldn't do what I just did. I'd keep it focused around the outer sides or the whole thing. Like, to me, that's distracting. But I just wanted to show you the difference where the chrome was. And that's just me. You guys do you. Do what makes you happy and what you like the look of. I think that's a nice little, it's not obnoxious 3D. It's like slight 3D. And again, because of the cat eye, anything that's on top of it like this, that has a pattern, or the inks, anything that blocks that line of light for a cat eye is going to give it a different effect. Okay? You just need the right products to make it super simple. I'm going to put my covered brushes over here. I'm going to get rid of this, and I know you guys want to see this little flower. Okay, so for that one, I'm not even going to do a base on it. I'm just going to take a color, and I believe I used 60. Okay, which is this one. It's like a peachy, golden peach. All right, again, we're not going to be perfect here, guys. We're going to kind of try and find around the center of it, and we're going to do a square, or a rectangle, I mean. Oh, so hard for me to determine that looking not at the nail directly. Maybe it's just me. I don't know. Again, it really doesn't have to be perfect because we're going to go frame this with the chrome. Okay? Let me turn it over though. The only thing we want is a somewhat even coat on the rectangle area. And enough room for our flower. Okay? Probably good enough. Let's just say it is. Okay? Again, you can do one side, the bottom. We just want it to have a nice glow, pretty much all over. Right? And we're not doing any pulled areas. We want, look at that glitter when you turn it. You see that? It's really a beautiful, it is a beautiful collection. All right. If you want it to spread out a little bit, then give it a second. If you like the look and you're like, that's perfect, then flash it really quick or throw it in the lamp really quick. But we're going to get right into the chrome work. All right, so we did this for our center. Now we're going to chrome. Just a little gold frame on the outside. So my favorite right this second is the non-wipe matte top gel from MD Gel. The Cateye, that one was, this is lingerie from the Yogurt Gel collection, but that one was 60. It's a very, very pretty peach gold, peachy gold. What was I saying? Oh, there's a lot of good matte top coats for chrome isolation. There did not used to be, okay? They used to say they were, and they were not that good. They are now a lot of good options. So you have MD Gel. This is their matte top. Very good. There is the new Cinch Gel, but you want powder off, not powder on. It's really good. All the ones that are like newer are really pretty good with isolated chrome. It's kind of crazy, but it's kind of true. So we've got lots of options now, guys. If you have a question, like, does this work for isolated chrome? Ask me, and I'll be like, yes or no. But there are differences. There's definitely differences. Okay, so we have to matte top. I'm going to matte top coat the entire nail just for the heck of it. And then we're going to cure it. Then we're going to wipe it. Then we're going to chrome it. Hi, Bridget. All right. So this is going to be super easy. And can anyone guess what I used for that flower that made it super simple? And it's not hard to guess because they just went up on the website. What do you think? And I cannot wait to play with them more. And it is also currently on my nails. Well, some of it. Well, all of it, but not what we're using right now. Gina, yes, it is. All right, to do this chrome, I am using this, okay? This is a Shadow AU gel, and you'll see what that means when I open it. You guys might have seen me use it before. It is excellent. So it is a tinted 3D gel that is like tinted this gold color. And you're like, Lauren, that is not a pretty gold. That doesn't look like liquid gold. No, it does not. Because the only purpose of it looking like this is for us to see what we're doing on the nail. It's not meant to stay that way. You're meant to chrome it. And that slight gold hue in this allows us to see what the heck we're doing, but it also reacts with the gold chrome and makes it chef's kiss even better, to be honest. Bridget, I love the shadow gels. I use them a lot. The tint helps the color and allows you to see exactly. Well put. That's exactly it. So like sometimes when you see something, you're like, oh, that's probably because it's not meant to just remain that way, right? Honestly, this is no wipe. We really don't have to wipe it. So what I'm going to do is take a liner brush real quick. And I'm going to show you another cool thing about these. You don't need to stir them. You don't need to load your brush. You just dip and go. Yes, the sheer white, and the silver too. Yep, they're really good. I grab them a lot because this is all you need to do. You can just dip it right in there, okay? And to get kind of a square, all right, I'm not going to be perfect here. I'd rather it be kind of a wacky frame. But you see that gold? You're like, Lauren, that's not my favorite color gold. Me either. But wait till you see what happens when we put the chrome on there, okay? It's going to look perfect. And it allows me to see. Yes, the mattes help that because you can see the difference between a glossy and a matte top coat. However, clear, you still have to keep playing with the light to see where you put things. When I put this gold down, I know where I put it. Right there. Okay. Same with the silver, same with the white. Paragel liners from like a prism or like this too, which is just so cool because you can see what you're doing. I'm sure you've seen them multiple times on my reels because I use them a lot. We might have been going live with them. I don't know, guys. I lose track. But yeah, so there's Gina products. We're all excited about them. Been waiting for them for quite a long time. Again, we're just going to get this across here, but we're going to pretend it's just like a funky frame. I'm not doing like perfect ornate frame. You could do that with these, but I'm not going to do that right this second. We're going to focus on the flower as long as it looks like a frame. The other thing to remember about these, they do not take long to cure, okay? So I'm using it pretty thick here, honestly. You can use it lighter than this. You can use it like super fine. If you're using it super fine, like seriously, 10 seconds to cure. Like they cure fast, okay? If you're doing little tiny things and you're flash curing, I mean, just hit it for seconds, okay? And then remember, when you're curing the whole thing before chrome, you don't need 60 seconds, okay? No way. You don't need it. So don't worry about that. All right. Now, we are going to hit this for like 30. Yeah, you're going to need it when you see how it chromes. It's so good. They're so good. I mean, that's what I mean. Like, seriously, guys, in the past couple years, we've gotten so many things that makes our lives easier as nail artists. If you do a lot of nail art, I mean, the products, they just keep getting better and better. It's insane. All right, let's take gold. We're going to use Bonnie B. This is Ash Gold number 2. Any gold will do. This is what I think about when I think about gold. All right. Oh, this one's kind of ashy, but it won't even matter, guys, because look, watch. pink. Perfect. See? And the gold in the gel reacts with whatever gold you put over top, and it just enhances it. It's so good. All right. Now, really what we need to do is probably put clear over that chrome, and then we're going to do the whole nail, and then we're going to do finish with a 3D flower because they do not need top coat. All right, so let's finish this part. Let's wipe this off. I'm serious though, look. The excess chrome on this is non-existent. It's so good. You see? It is clean. All right, really clean. That is a mix between that matte top and, oh, I did get some liner there. Hold on, anything like tiny like that, get rid of. Matte top coat and that liner. Okay. And like I said, this is more detail chrome. You use it in tiny. That's why the pot's so tiny, etc. Yes, should we do clear first, then a top? Probably. Are we going to for this demonstration? Probably not, because that just takes extra time. And you guys don't care. You know how to finish a nail. It's not that. Let's go on to the flower. So I'm going to put top coat all over the whole thing, and then we're going to go in with the detail. All right, so I love cat eyes for flowers. I love them for a focal point because it's just a beautiful effect. I do have lots of reels like that up on my page. Again, I'm Lauren, Inspo by Nails. If you don't know me, I try and put a reel up every day. Try. That is not even, but you guys get the point. Maybe we should hang it upside down for a second. Oh, the matte top coats do matter so much, but there are so many good ones. There used to be only like one that could do this. Now there are a bunch. So if you ever have questions about that, just let us know and we'll direct you to which ones are great for isolated chrome. Okay? All right, good enough, guys. Let's cure this. So what we're going to use from Gina's products today are some of her liner gels, and we are going to use one of her oil gels because there is no white liner gel. I believe the reason she didn't put a liner gel in white is we all have liner gels in white, but this is the white oil. So we're going to use that, and then we're going to use some of these greens. Do you see them? Aren't they pretty? So these are precision gels. They're no wipe. We will be playing with them a bunch. I cannot wait to play with them. Look at these colors. Look at this dark green, right? Yes, exactly, Bridget. Like me too. And look at this color. Let us not forget about this color. Yeah, you're like, oh, Lauren, it's black. No, it's not. It's like ivory. Ivory. Everybody forgets about off-white. I love off-white, and we need that for flowers, so we're going to use that too, okay? And we're going to do this lickety-split fast, guys. If you look at this nail, you can see it's not actually as detailed as it looks. It's like just dabs of color. The only thing that's kind of precise are the little twiggy parts underneath, and we're going to use a green liner for that. And then we're just going to go in and dab some white and ivory in there. Okay, but when you turn the nail, which I clearly can't do, so even when you can't see the cat eye, you see that pretty little flower, which is what I love about florals on a cat eye nail. It just adds, no matter how your finger is laying, it's going to have some type of art on the nail. I love these over glassy, but they work over this type too. Right, like a more velvety finish. All right, so that's what we're going to do. So this is completely cured now, completely clear. And with a liner brush, and she's got some beautiful brushes, guys, but I do not have them sorted or can I recommend yet because I have no idea what is what. I will Maybe we'll go live with some Gina products. All right, but look how fine you can get. Let's say it's coming out of here. All right, one little, look at that. And that is no wipe. All right, so this is going to just remain on top of the nail. All right, so when we're doing like a little Queen Anne's lace like that, we just want some little tidbits of twiggy bits underneath. Oh, I need my gel over here. Because that's how those go. All right. And we're going to put little whites underneath. But you would see this, so we do want a little bit of a branch system going underneath, okay? So white flowers don't just sit out in the middle of nowhere. And then for a petal, I have some of that dark green on my brush, and I have some of this lighter green. I believe these are already, the kits, the full sets are sold out. But I think that you can get them in individual colors. Right, the more you press, the wider it's going to be. All right. But we'll get super detailed with these at some point. All right, I'm going to cure this real quick. It's brand new. It's the Gina Nail series. So these are brand new to Sweetie Nail Supply. They just went up. Yeah, was it yesterday? All right, Gina Nail. These are the gel paint series, and we're going to use also her oil paint series. Gina. Look at the post from yesterday about them, or maybe it was the day before. I'm sorry, I can't remember, but they just went up this week, guys. And they are beautiful. So this is another gel liner, and I will show you one of her brushes, and this is the oil paint. So they have different consistencies, the two of these, all right? This is for fine precision, but honestly, you can get pretty precise with these too, because that is the oil paints on my nails right now. They were naked, and I had to do something for you guys before we went live. They were just plain nude. You guys know me. Do I wear nude nails? No. All right, so here's one brush. And it's called a short liner. And, sorry. I kind of sort of love it because it has some bristles, okay? Because you do not want one hair to dot these. All right, let's do some of the beige, like the off-white. And we are basically putting baby's breath or Queen Anne's lace dots on here. All right, and I know you're like, Lauren, I can't see those. Well, that's because it's the ivory color, but that's okay. While it's wet, we are also going to put white on here. We're just dotting it up. Now we're using the white oil paint. And like I said, that's because there is not a white liner. But we have lots of white liners we could use. So that was a good skip on Gina's part. Lots of white liners. Because we can leave this as is, we don't have to coat it. It will leave a soft little 3D flower on this nail. Not all of them have to touch a branch, guys, okay? We're just doing it a little random here. But you see what I mean? Doesn't it look like there's some depth there? We turn it to the side. It's very, very simple look. All right? Much easier than it looks like when you look at the nail and you think, whoa, wait, what happened there? That's it. Dot it. We cure this. All right? And it is done. It's completely wearable. You do not need to put a top coat on there. All right. The gold liner is from MD Gel. Yes, I'll show that again while this is curing. Okay, so the liner gel that I used to chrome is MD Shadow AU. Okay, it's this tiny little precious pot and it's worth its weight in gold. All right, so the gold liner is this. That's for the chrome part. Gina's are for art. Okay, and those are the gel liners, which look like this on the website with the pretty little floral design. Gina Nail Art Life, no wipe gel, liner gel, okay? You can chrome these too, but we used them as this. And then oil color gel, butter white. This is the oil gel, so these are a little more blendable. Any favorite jelly polishes? I do. Go ahead and DM me and I will send some over. Remember, it's pinned, Lauren at Inspo by Nails. But I thank you guys so much for hopping on. I didn't think we'd make it till 1 o'clock today. I thought it'd be shorter. But there we go. I'm going to save this, okay? And if you guys have any questions, please do not hesitate to ask. Go ahead and DM me, all right? Have a great rest of the day. And I will talk to you super soon. Bye, guys.